These don't have to be perfect. I just want that you imagine that you already finished your project and what are you going to do. Example, in the abstract, and if you read the previous information, you know this is the last part that you write. So this is not for you to write to be the final manuscript. I just want that you have an outline. For example, in the project of the tumors, what I want that you know is that maybe you know the general question that is that inducing tumors in developing imaginal disc showed that many pieces of the tumors moving around legs and wings, and we wanted to know if these small pieces produce metastasis. So you know this will be the general idea of your project. And again, this is not going to be the final. I just want that you, with one idea, you start realizing what is the main idea of your project. Here, what we do. So in one idea, what is the general idea of your project, and what we found. So you cannot know what you found, so you can have option like three options. Yeah, if everything goes well, if you say definitely this didn't work, or the more realistic one that is, you know, we have something in favor or against. Yeah, and why this matter, you know, because nobody has studied metastasis at the cellular level. So I just want that you have that we discuss in a very general way. Again, you can do something similar with the introduction. For example, in that case, you can in the project of the you need to know more about metastasis and why metastasis studying metastasis is important. What the field knows. So in the case of this project, it will be that there has been a great development in the field of metastasis, understanding metastasis, and now we know that there are different stages. And when the tumors, for example, get very big, so we know that there are different stages when they go from one side to a second side, the tumors. However, when the tumors are very big in the second side, they're very easy to study. However, when when they are very small, they are very difficult to study. Mhm. That could be the gap, and that is the importance of your project. And generally, start like, however, it is still unknown. And in this case, for example, early stages of metastasis are very difficult to study. So this could be the reason why you're doing this project. Our approach, so this will be in one sentence. You can say that we genetically induce tumors in the pupil state in pupil systems and then analyzing using imaging. Again, has to be one sentence. I just wanted that you start thinking about this and our results. So again, you can have an option that everything worked well, excellent. So we're going to get a Nature paper, or you know, the one that is more common. We found no metastasis, and the one that maybe is the one that you're going to find, there is not sufficient information to say that to say one or two, and very briefly we have different lines of evidence that say that this is in favor or against, and in one sentence summarize something or two sentences. To me, the most important part is that you start realizing how to write your results. Yeah, so every time you have one question, for example, to explore whether these moving tumor spots are involved in metastasis, we start by asking, and you can ask your question, then how you try to solve the method in one sentence. So we evaluate the following parameters. So size, trajectory, the velocity, the speed, yeah, and then the answer in one sentence. And then you can show using your figure. For example, the figure 1 shows that the moving tumor spots display different size ranging from this size to this size, yeah, depending on the question that you answer. But it has to have this formula: question, how you did it in a very simple way, and then the answer that you found. And if you have a figure, cite your figure and the data that you got. Yeah, again, remember this fancy way to make questions and to test hypotheses. That is very useful. And sometimes not all these things has to apply every single time. Like for example, these things sometimes you use it, sometimes we don't use it. But what we have to do is always is as we have this question 1, yeah, this leads us to continue exploring to set the second question, for example. So in the paper, they will tell you that the result of each paragraph is a logical statement, and the paragraphs further down in the text rely on the logical conclusion of the previous paragraph. So we studied the size of this tumor. So then this led us to think that maybe the tumors that are smaller move faster. So we went and studied that, and we thought that the ones that move faster, they also move in this trajectory. Yeah, so one has to lead to two, and then to three, to the third question. So we have to try to see if you can, or what could be the organization of your paper, and in that way it will be easier for you to write.